Hello, I'm Kerry Grinkmeyer with Best of U.S. Homes. And the title of this video is How to Get Rich Selling Real Estate. It's the first in a series of videos I'm going to do. And it's all built around the 2 years experience that I've had in the real estate industry, the 15 years prior to that I've had in the financial planning industry, and my marketing experience. And what I'm doing is setting up my marketing plan based upon my past experience and my analytical ability as to what I need to do to get rich in the real estate business as I have been. What I've realized is that there are over 2 million real estate agents in the United States, and for the most part they all do the same thing. That is, they get a listing or they get a client and they go through the same routine. If you're getting listings and I choose to be a listing agent, they fill out the contracts, do all the paperwork, then put a sign in the front yard and basically and create an MLS listing, push it out through the internet, and wait for somebody to show up to sell the house. They don't even show up for the showings. So basically what I've learned is that if you want to break into that market, if you want to control the market, you need to do something different and you need to do it better. And that's what I'm striving to do. And what I'm going to share with you now is my marketing plan based upon me getting rich and continuing to get rich in the real estate industry. What I'm striving to do is to identify and market to the smallest viable market. Here in Birmingham, there are 460,000 homes, but I only want to deal with those of over $750,000. We know that 14% of everybody sells their home in a given year, so 14% of the 24,000, we bring it down even smaller. I even bring it smaller that I identify the homes that I choose to deal with. I identify the clients that I choose to serve, and I bring it down to the smallest viable market. Right now, my database of the clients I choose to serve is 81. What I know is these are people who want to sell their house or know people who want to sell their house. Those 81 people are made up of my past clients, expired listings, what I call showings. These are people's names that I've gotten when I show my house. If you call me or come through showing time to show my house, I'm going to be there. Number one, I'm a salesman. I sell homes. And so I need to be there if I'm going to do that. It just kind of makes sense to me. The other reason I'm there is I want to see who's coming into the house. I want to get their name. I want to find out where they're from. And I want to find out if they're a potential future client of mine. The way I figure it is if you, an agent, bring a client to my home and I can gain a rapport with them and find out who they are, and you don't sell them a house, you don't sell them a house in 2 or 3 months, well, they're fair game. I'll find out where they live. I'll start marketing to them. My next is my website leads. I have a website that generates leads. Most of the leads aren't really quality leads, and they aren't in the price category that I want to deal with, but I do get some. And then there are active listings. Now, I know what you're saying, that you can't solicit active listings. I don't. I just merely give them quality information, quality content. My whole objective of these 81 people is, number one, to heighten their awareness of me. Second, to make them trust me. And then third, to get them to engage with me. So what I've then done is designed a touch program, 57 touches at this time, that I will do over a period of time. And what I have learned is after the 9th touch, 21% of those people that I am touching will engage me and will become a listing. So of my 81 current, if I don't add to it, from those 81, 21% will become listings after roughly 9 touches. 65% of them will turn into sales. So of my 81, I will end up with 11 sales. My average sale is $950,000. So that means I'll do a gross sales of $10,503,000. I get an average commission of 2.5%. So my gross commissions will be $260,600. So that's where I am at this time. Now, how do I touch them to make these numbers work? I start out, as I said, I will touch sequentially over a year's time, 57 times. I will write 3 what I call puzzled letters. These are letters that start out either with, "Are you puzzled why your house didn't sell?" Or if they're not on the market now, "Are you puzzled why some houses sell and others don't?" I have 3 variations of that letter. It is the first contact I make with an expired listing. It is, and then the other 2 come somewhere further back in the sequence. I put out a monthly newsletter, so 12 touches there. The monthly newsletter basically is snippets that lead you to my blog. My blog is the highest traffic source on my website. I, again, dispense quality content on my blog, and the reason I do that and send them to my blog is I pick up their IP address from my Facebook pixel, then gives me direct contact and the ability to advertise to them on their Facebook page. I will get deeper into that in future videos and how that works. I also then do what is a market, state of the market video. Again, that is hosted on my web page so that if you look at the video, you're looking at it on my web page, and again, I get your IP address. I've been doing this since July, and I get anywhere from 100 to 150 people who regularly look at my video on the condition of the market. So these are people who are already trusting me and engaging with me. I also do 2 what I call personal videos. If you're in the high-ranking order of my I want to do business with you, and this probably puts you in the expired listing category, I will do a video just like this specifically for those people. I will use their names. I'll show a picture of their home. I'll talk about why I don't think their home is selling and what I will do differently and better to get their home sold. And then I will email that directly to them. So that's 2 touches. I also send out just listed and just sold mailings. I do not send postcards. I believe postcards have a predetermined destination to end up in a trash can. I will hand address envelopes and put letters that this is what I just listed, this is something about it. 2 purposes here. One, to make someone who is potentially selling their home aware of a home that I have for sale, and secondly, to show them what I do that possibly their agent doesn't do. I do that for both just listed and just sold. I also want to build trust and that I am active in the market and I'm successful in the market. I also have 2 letters that I send which outlines my formula for selling houses. Again, the same motivation, to build trust, to build awareness. And then I send a Christmas card. So that amounts up to 57 touches that I create for those 81 people that I want to market to. Now, again, I used the words earlier, the smallest viable market. I don't want to spend $1 million a week on national or on local TV or billboards or magazine articles. I don't believe that's necessary, and I don't believe it's a good expenditure. My marketing goal is basically to, first of all, create awareness. And if I touch you 57 times, you're going to be aware of me. And then to build trust. And I want to focus on that word trust. Who do you trust? You trust people you know. You don't trust people who send you a letter or send you a postcard. You don't trust people who call you on the phone. I honestly believe I trust people less who call me and solicit on the phone. You trust people that you sit down and have face-to-face conversation with. And you trust them over a period of time. You trust them if they give you something of value, and particularly and ask nothing for it. That's exactly what I'm doing here right now. I'm giving you something that I feel is of value, and I'm not asking you anything for it in return. So I believe that creates trust. Now, the reality is you either do trust me or you don't, and you'll make that decision. If you don't, you will break off the relationship and not go any further. You won't subscribe to my YouTube channel. You won't go to my website and my blog and gather the information that I'm willing to give to you. So my goal is to gain trust of these 81 people. Once I gain their trust and they recognize that possibly I have a better way to solve their problem, they will engage me. They will make a phone call and say, Carrie, I've been watching your stuff over a period of time. Why don't you come out and talk to us? That's my objective. If I can, and then I follow the numbers. And that's what I've been doing for the last 2 years. I know if I touch them 9 times, 21% of them are going to engage me. I know that I'm going to sell 65% of my listings. I know because who I'm talking to, what the value is going to be. So I create a funnel that produces the results I want. There are only 2 variables in this whole equation. That is the number of people in the database that I market to and the touches that I produce and the quality of the touches. What I know is the quality will get better as I learn more from it, so my results will get better. If I want to increase my income from $260,000 to $500,000, all I have to do is change that top number. That's how you get rich. You don't get rich doing the same thing that everybody else does and doing it the same way. You must change the way things are done. Look around. Who are the rich people in this world? They're entrepreneurs who come up with a new idea and a new way of doing the same thing. Who's the richest man in this world, in our country right now? It's Jeff Bezos. Did he invent something new? No, he did not. He copied Sears Roebuck, who just filed for bankruptcy. Sears Roebuck recognized that if they could send me a catalog about that thick with every product that was available, and I thumbed through it and got on the phone and called them, that they had a better way of selling merchandise to me. Think about that. That's exactly what Jeff Bezos invented when he said, there's a better way to sell books. Or sell music. There's a better way to sell everything. He did not invent anything new. He took a new media that he didn't invent, the internet, and took it that way. That's what you need to do in real estate. If you just keep doing the same thing that Sally Jones is doing, putting a sign in the front yard and putting out an ML listing, you will not get rich. You won't. I will guarantee you won't. You have to do it better, and you have to do it different. And that's what I'm going to teach you to do, if you trust me. So, that's my video for today. Tune in next week. Better yet, subscribe to my YouTube channel. That way you will be notified when I put out the new video. Look at my other videos. I've done a lot. I think I'm up to 92 videos right now. Watch them, learn from them, engage with me. Make a comment, call me on the phone. I'm happy to talk to you if I've got the time. So let's get rich together selling real estate.